Hi guys, so I want to make a really quick video about the importance of really trusting God's will when it comes to waiting on God for a spouse. So I really want to stress the number one importance as women of God, as Christian women, when we are waiting for our husbands or we are trusting in the Lord for a God-ordained spouse. Remember, number one, he needs to be a believer. Okay, 2 Corinthians talks about this. We are not to be equally yoked with unbelievers. And why is that? That is something that is so important, and many people forget this. Okay, when it comes to our spouse, Satan knows also what we like, what kind of men we like, our type, all of it. So there's something called a counterfeit, right? The gift and the promise, the blessing is from God. So what Satan is going to do is try to make a counterfeit of that gift that the Lord has ordained for you. And he will literally bring you the type of man that you like. And he could even be a Christian, unfortunately, right? And what it is that it is a deception. It is a deception of what God actually has ordained for you and for your marriage. But when you trust and lean on the fact that, okay, this person seems like it's the right person, and you're not going back to God, maybe you're getting dreams, you're getting visions, you're getting prophetic words about this person, and you're not going back to the Lord about it, let me tell you, this is easy to be led into deception, thinking that person is your spouse. It's not God's plan. God never said that that was your person. And now we are led down this spiral of counterfeit, and the goal of the counterfeit is to bring you away from Christ. That is the goal. The counterfeit, whether they're a Christian or not, they could even be a Christian, right? And you have to operate with discernment when it comes to it. But the number one thing, though, if you know that they're not a Christian, please don't date them, okay? Do not date them. That is a number one way to be led astray. They don't have a relationship with God, or they refuse to have a relationship with God. And if you say that you are a woman of God, we are to be aligned with other Christian men. Somebody who is a believer of Jesus Christ. And that's why I said sometimes you could even be deceived by people who say they're Christians. They could be lukewarm. They could say they're a Christian and their fruit is off. They could be a Christian and their fruit is off. They say that they love Christ, but then they operate with pride and arrogance, and they're hateful, and they have an angry spirit, right? And you see they have no relationship with God. That's why we are to judge people by off of their fruit, not how they look. So when you are waiting on the Lord for a spouse, number one, please make sure they are a believer. And if they are a believer, you need to get confirmation to make sure that this is somebody that the Lord wants you with. Do not be led astray by your flesh. I'm telling you, the flesh wants what the flesh wants, but we need to be operating on what God wants for us in our lives. Please, this is so important. Pray about your spouse.